Welcome to Rich Conversations. Recently, a close friend of mine remarked that I'm one of the freest people that he knows. And it surprised me. No one's ever said that about me, and so it took me off guard. This is a very smart person who knows many other smart and successful people, and he's not wrong. I do feel free. So how does one become free? I'll tell you. It's simple, but it's very difficult. And it all comes down to one question. Life starts with death. Either coming close to death or thinking about death. Both for me. In May 2018, I jumped from a burning tractor on the farm. And I haven't thought about life the same again. Immediately, I became aware of all the superficialness that distracts us from truly living. None of it matters. None of it matters. These days, it's hard to know what are facts and what aren't. But there's one fact that we can all agree on, yet no one ever talks about. And it's that we're all going to die. Every person that has ever walked on this earth or is walking on it right now will die or has died. And so I think about death way more than the average person for a number of reasons, but one of them probably is that I spend a lot of time around dinosaur fossils, so I naturally think about death a lot. But it's not in this morbid view. It's actually quite liberating, and I realize that life is a gift, so how will I choose to live it, I think about when I'm on my deathbed, and my last words will be, "That was awesome." There are innumerable articles and books written by doctors and caregivers about patients in the same position. Over and over, the same regrets come up. I wish I hadn't worked so hard. I wish I spent more time with my family. I wish I followed my dreams. And most perplexing is I wish I had the courage to be myself. Time after time after time, the same regrets occur. And so I choose to understand that and working towards not ever being in that position. So where do I start? Myself. I feel free now, and I guess perceived as free because of the work that I put in over the last 2.5 years. I made a decision of who I wanted to be and what the life I wanted to lead would look like. And so I practiced and had patience every day, meditation every day, philosophy every day, action every day. You know what sucks? Sitting on a chair in silence and not thinking. It's really tough. Try doing that, Or, what sucks? Being angry or by a thought or an action from somebody and then just let it go. Just letting it go. That's a really tough thing to do. And over, I practice that on a daily basis. And soon again, I understand that I'm insignificant overall and giving my ego the Heisman. Not many people can do that. It's a really tough thing to get to. And never getting high off a compliment. Instead, examine it. Letting go of the desire to be right and trading it for listening and pursuing my curiosity. I'm just an American man living and experiencing life in the 21st century. I'm grateful for what life has given me so far, and one day I will no longer have this gift. What will I do with it? I'm spiritually and emotionally free, and it feels fabulous. It's absolutely incredible. I'm not financially free yet, though, and that's what I'm working towards now, and I strive to attain in my life. However, I don't think I can be sustainably financially free without the previous two. And what I've learned is that time is limited, but money is not. Money is just made up from our imagination, and we can use our imagination to create more of it. Time, though, is limited. Everyone has different financial circumstances, and this is certainly true. And people stress out and they put so much effort into pointing that out. But money is just one factor of living free. It doesn't equal freedom. And I'm sure everybody's heard money doesn't buy happiness. Money is energy. And just because something is a certain way doesn't mean that it can't be changed or that it has to stay that way. That's where our creativity comes into play. Does it ever feel like everything costs money and I never have enough? Here's the thing. You don't actually need all the stuff you have or want. You can actually live with very little. And as someone who's lived homeless and has slept in parks and bushes and shelters, I know that you can live on very little. Living free comes down to one question. It's a question that philosophers have pondered for thousands of years. Who am I? Find the answer to that question and you will live free. You will live with confidence, and that's what my last book, Primary Ponderings, is about. It's my journey and process of discovering that and the celebration. The results are beautiful, and you just have so much love for yourself and the world. But unfortunately, most people don't ask themselves that. On top of it, society is filled with distractions and fear. So then they never reflect on their life, so they don't know who they are, and then they don't know what they want, and they don't know what they're good at. And if you don't know what you're good at, then you won't know how to best help others. And helping the people in the communities that we love, it makes a huge impact on our feeling of meaning and self-worth. Many Americans struggle with these things. They're consumed by instant gratification and the short term. How ironic is it that most Americans aren't free? In the land of the free. I can tell you from experience that working towards freedom is a great investment. I get so much bang for my buck because the cost of living just drops dramatically. You know what you like and you know what you need, so then you only get those things. What a crazy concept, right? Don't consume what you don't like. And if you don't take the time and make the effort to understand yourself and what you value, someone else will assign that value for you. The media, government, corporations. Living free is a slow and painful process. Practicing sucks. But if you remain numb to the difficult questions of life, you will never be truly fulfilled. Do not place your self-worth into external things. Our time is limited. The standard of living in the 21st century is the highest ever in human history. And at the same time, though, there are more distractions than any other time in human history. You can live life however you choose, but there are always consequences for our actions and inaction. Remember, life starts with death.